Hello, it's Monday, the 18th of July, 2011, and I'm Martin Smith with the Daily Outlook from UFXBank. The dollar traded mixed against most of the major currencies after Moody's Investors Service and Standard & Poor's put the US under review for a credit downgrade. US consumer prices, excluding food and energy, increased for a second month, cutting chances of additional stimulus from the Federal Reserve. Fed Chairman Bernanke told Congress that inflation has moved higher, boosting speculation the central bank won't take further steps to support the US economy. Despite Moody's Investors Service warning that state bond ratings would be damaged by a US default, President Obama and Republicans in Congress are at an impasse over raising the legal debt ceiling. Unless it's lifted, the US will reach the limit of its borrowing authority and begin to default in August. Stock markets closed positive as the Dow rose by 0.34% and the Nasdaq gained 0.98%. Crude oil rose by 2% and closed at $97.60 a barrel. Gold rose to an all-time high and closed at $1,595 an ounce. The euro declined for a second week against the dollar after 8 banks failed the European Union stress tests, and Ireland was downgraded by Moody's Investors Service. Trading below resistance at 142.20 will keep the momentum negative for the pair. Overall, the euro-dollar traded with a low of 138.36 and a high of 142.81. No economic data is expected today. The pound fell against the greenback after the pair failed to break resistance at 161.60. The trend for the pair is still bearish if the pair maintains its resistance of 161.60. Overall, the pound-dollar traded with a low of 159.01 and a high of 161.91. No economic data is expected today. The dollar fell against the yen as equities in Japan are rising more than any other developed country on speculation earnings will improve as Japan recovers from the earthquake. If the pair succeeds to maintain a resistance of 80, the pair may test 78.60, the next support. Today, no economic data is expected. Finally, the CAD. The Canadian dollar rose to a 2-month high against its US counterpart after Moody's Investors Service and Standard & Poor's put the US under review for a credit downgrade. The Fed has kept its benchmark interest rate at a record low of 0 to 0.25% since December 2008. During that time, the Bank of Canada has raised interest rates 3 times to 1%. The disparity in the rates spurs investors seeking higher yields to buy Canadian assets instead of those denominated in dollars. Today, foreign securities purchases are expected to grow by $7.41 billion versus $8.22 billion. Well, that's it from me. Be sure to visit us at UFXBank for simple, safe, secure trading.